That was sold for real, candy rain. So this is a serious question. What do you think would happen when you would put a failed businessman as the head of the largest economy in the world? What did you think would happen? A man who's failed and been bankrupt 6 times, largely because of the things he is doing right now. There was a Trump airline, there was a Trump water, there was a Trump beef, there was a Trump tie, there were Trump casinos. All of them failed because he thinks he's a businessman. The only reason he's successful is because he had a show pretending to be his businessman where he says exactly what he's saying right now. You're fired. What did you think would happen if you put a sociopath as the head of the United States of America? Elon Musk, who got to do what he wanted to Tesla. He can fire anybody. He hates unions. Now he's in charge. He can do whatever he wants. And the problem is when you run Tesla, you can fire somebody because they're not wholly dependent on systems. But when you start firing people from the FAA or from the Defense Department, America's planes aren't safe and the nation is safe. You can't just tear things up and put it back together again. What did you think would happen when you put a guy in charge of health who was on heroin till recently? What do you think would happen when you put a girl like Marjorie Taylor Greene, a woman like Marjorie Taylor Greene, to represent you, and she has disdain for people that work for the federal government, and the only reason we know this bimbo is because she works for the federal government? What would a dizzy broad like that, wherever could she make $170,000 a year? And the only reason she makes that because her goofy-ass constituents send her there to do exactly what she's doing now. Not to legislate, not to make things better. As a matter of fact, half of the people that people are sent to office in Washington are to break things, not to make things better. What did you think would happen in Dearborn when you voted for a dude thinking it would be better or to make a statement? And now he's trolling you by showing you what Gaza could look like when he takes over. What did you think would happen when you're a federal employee? You thought he would get the grift under control, and now you're losing your job. What do you think would happen when you were a farmer who voted for him, and now the contracts that he gave you, the government gave you, aren't going to be honored? What did you think would happen? What did you think would happen? Because the best indicator of what somebody will do is what they have done. This man has been bankrupt 6 times. Elon Musk has been sued for discrimination and the like dozens of times. Robert F. Kennedy, who's now in charge, has shown you who he is. Now we got measles, eggs are up, planes are down. The financial papers are saying that we're on the brink of a self-induced recession. What did you think would happen? Is this better? Is this what you were waiting for? Is this the better you needed? So when planes continue to have the problems they're having, when bird flu is running rampant, when measles are spreading everywhere, when dissension is spreading everywhere, when the disdain that the elected officials have for government people who are employed by the federal government, but they get the same check, when that continues to run rapid, and when Donald Trump fails again, you get what you get. The best indicator of what someone has done, will do, is what they have done. When have any of these people ever looked out for anybody else? But hey, at least when he opens the Gaza resort, at least when he opens Trump Gaza, you can proudly say, look, we had a hand in that. We helped him do that. That's a little note from the GED session. Got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.